Do you come from a land down under? It's not Australia, even though the main character is kind of from Australia. Welcome back to Dragon Quest III. Hopefully we'll be able to play it twice this week. Maybe, we'll see. But y'all, I feel confident. I feel good now in using this wallpaper, even though I used it on the first stream. Because now, after all this time, the game has given us a taste of how exactly Dragon Quest III connects to Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Like, it hasn't said it, like, explicitly, but if you know how Dragon Quest 1 and 2 work, you can start to put the pieces together, and it'll start to be clear to you, and it's gonna be so freaking cool. I swear. I don't know. It's one of those things where the game is so old, it's like, do I even bother, like, trying not to spoil? I'll try, but it's like, people know things already, but it's still so cool. And all I'll say is this game has been freaking amazing, and it's been so cool seeing how RPGs have evolved from this, like, template. Dragon Quest is pretty cool, y'all. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we're in the land down under. We are in Alefgard. We are in the world that Dragon Quest 1 and 2 takes place in. It remains to be seen how far they're gonna go with it. But, oh, I can't wait to see what exactly happens, because how much story could there possibly be? I wonder. We'll see. But, you know, until then, we'll just have Men at Work stuck in your head. Do you come from a land down under? Do you come from a land down under? Oh yeah! Tantagel. You can't just casually say Tantagel. That's so freaking cool. Alright, so I think we're gonna spend a little bit of time exploring first. Because last time we had barely gotten here. Robin Hood was here. I don't remember how he fell into the earth, but that's cool. Besides that, like, we had barely gotten here and barely had time to even explore. So, we're gonna spend a little more time walking around the town and seeing what else is around. I think. Did I even loot the entire castle last time we were here? It's been a while. It's been a week. I apologize in advance. The princess must be rescued soon. Preferably this afternoon. Alright. Let me check if there's anything I can loot from here. There's 4 treasures. Yeah, I remember now. I didn't get time to actually look at anything in here. The dawn shall visit our land once more. I have faith that it will be so. So it's kind of cool how the story of Dragon Quest 1... Oh, wait, actually, I think I know how to get there. The story of Dragon Quest 1 kind of doesn't... It gets put into context just by the fact that you now know this is underground. They never tell you in all of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 that the world is underground. You think somebody would say that or mention it, or, you know, somebody would know. But no, that explains why the world is night all the time. Because there is no sun, there is no sky. It's one of those things that make you think, like, did this other game actually get inspired by Dragon Quest? I never knew. I don't know, there may be a pretty popular RPG that came out in 2015 about, like, falling underground, and it turns out people just live there. You know, it's called Undertale. Is Undertale just Dragon Quest 3? You never know. Zero, enjoy the lurk. Hope you're doing well. Twilight Fishy, no more cat costume. It's true. It's true. Actually, you know, now that I beat that boss earlier, I don't need to have the most up-to-date equipment, right? Okay, you convinced me, Twyla. You can be fish. If you can be fish, I can be cat. This realm was given form by the mighty of Rubis. Yet even she could not escape dread Zoma's wrath, who did with cunning seal her way in a place beyond hope. Yes. Cat! It's the only way to travel. Also, happy belated birthday, Twyla. I mean, last time I streamed, it was before your birthday. But everybody, now it's time to actually sing her a happy birthday. Alright, I've been saving this one. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Twyla, happy birthday to you. That's right, we got a singing telegram from the Dragon Quest crew. Hope you enjoy it. And you know what? I would normally wait. I would normally wait until the end of stream, but that's like for art of me, right? That's for art of me. How about art that I drew? Y'all, since Twyla is such a kind member of the community who has drawn so many things for me over the years, I just thought this year it's about time I repay the favor and do a little something. Draw her OC fish monster girl in the depths of the ocean. Happy birthday, Twyla. I posted this on Blue Sky and the Discord, and it's just like, I'm so happy with how it came out, actually. The more I draw, the more I try to like push myself to do something new that I haven't done before. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to like properly shade it, and I feel a little bit ashamed of it. But you see, I did like this whole underwater lighting thing with the bubbles, floating everywhere. Pretty good. At least I think so. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Looks great. I worked hard on it. Yeah. Bruno, welcome on in. This place is the kitchen where the meat and wine of the castle are prepared. Well, can I steal it? Mini medal. The pose and the atmosphere. I love it. I love it. I like that you appreciate it. I think it's just that thing that pushes it past, like, yeah, I can draw things, but can I really make art, you know? Just as I see more and more people get into art, and I'm like, how do I push myself past that, you know? I'm mostly thinking, like, I had to think about how the piece is composed and what parts go into it and how it makes you feel. Not to say that it isn't art if you don't do those things. I'm just saying, like, it's easy enough to say, just draw better. But what does it really mean? What does it really mean to put more soul into it, you know? It's the Sunstone! Cool! Now I can evolve my gloom into a... what's... I'm blanking. I'm blanking on the freaking Blossom. There you go. I'm like, what is the only Pokemon I can think of that evolves with the Sunstone? I guess it also evolves Poliwhirl into a Politoed, I think. Is that Sunstone? Evolutions were kind of weird back in Gen 2. They were kind of just putting whatever anywhere, right? Alright, let's get some safe passage up in here. Rip out your soul and put it in your art. Oh, that's how you make Deltarune art. Is this man just... Is he just stranded here because of the safety floor? Thou wouldst face Dredzoma. I do commend thee for thy courage, friend, but thou not thy life away. None save one wielding the sword of kings could help smite the Dark Lord, nor could one hope to withstand his wrath save with the auroral armor and hero's shield for protection. Alas, this trinity of sacred arms resideth no longer in the castle, yea, not even an image of the fabled treasures remaineth. The Sword of Kings. Oh no! Who needs that? It's over in Earthbound. Once again, I'm like, does that mean the Earthbound Sword of Kings is a Dragon Quest reference? You like the dangly glowing lantern? Yeah, Twyla's OC is like an anglerfish, character with the cloudy eyes and the angler. I've been trying to do more stuff with lighting, and one of those things was like trying to get more of a high dynamic range kind of feel with the lights. One of the reasons I didn't have time to shade it properly is because I knew if I did, I would have to figure out how that light interacts with the entire piece. And I'm just like, oh, that's a little much for right now. One day I might go back to it, but, you know, your birthday's only once a year. Alright, alright. One more treasure left. And it's here! Oh, there. Oops. Ow. Oh no, good, we're still safe passaged. Yeah! I have no idea how that had anything to do with auto mod, but still. Looks amazing. Thank you, thank you. I think that's the other thing, like... here's my tip for people who are, like, starting to get into art more. Like, of course what people will say to start with is, like, realistic anatomy and realistic shading, because those give you the basis for... like, realism, right? And they're not wrong. But the thing that really shows that you have understanding of lighting and understanding of anatomy, like, a lot of times people will, like, ignore it and say, like, oh, it's my art style, oh, it's my art style. But it's like, you have to be honest to yourself. Is it really your art style, or are you, like, using it as an excuse to not understand those things? And only you can really, like, truthfully answer that. Oh, what is this? May the sacred light bless thee, hero from a far-off land. Oh my. Oh right, I forgot that the castle has, like, a dude that heals you. Added in Dragon Quest 1, that's true. Peek inside the pot. A diamond. Wonderful. That man lives in the item room now. He is the god forever. He took a lifelong oath to protect that treasure, and I just walked in and stole it. Oops. Well, I looted the castle. No reason to be here anymore. Bye-bye. But yeah, like, my advice is, like, one, you have to understand those things, and then two, like, follow artists that don't do those things, yet still look good in their art, and understand what they're doing in order to have good lighting, even though they didn't shade anything. Like, did they imply it? Did they use, like, some sort of trick to get around it? Like, okay, let me just bring that art up again. Not to brag or anything about it. I'm just like saying, this is one thing that I do, and it ended up working out a little bit. One thing I do is I shift the colors. So you can see there's, like, a sort of white kind of rim light on the top left, because I took the color layer and I shifted it to the bottom right. And when I do that, it's to create this little effect that's kind of like comic books, where they printed it, but the printers didn't align the colors and the outline layers. This happens in comic books. And, like, again, this is, like, why you study other pieces of art, whether it's other artists or other mediums. Because, like, even though that is technically an error in printing, it ends up creating this sort of, like, aesthetic. So I do that, one, to kind of match that aesthetic, and two, it kind of implies a rim light by, like, letting that layer be white. So then, because I put it in the same direction as the light on her head, it actually kind of makes it look like that part is, like, lit up brightly. It's very subtle, but it ends up, like, enhancing the picture, even though I didn't, like, explicitly shade it. It's one of those tools that you have to put in your toolbox, and you have to realize where it's the most appropriate to use. It's not always accurate, it's not always, like, the best thing to do, but it is a tool. And as with anything in art, it is a tool that you gotta, like, keep in your toolbox for later. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Like that effect a lot, yeah! And that's one thing I've been trying to get away from recently and like actually shade things. But it worked out in this case. Thou art a traveler, art thou not? Then thou hast heard a tale of the fabled recovery drink, perchance. 'Tis said that a man need no do more than walk while swearing it. Oh, I already talked to this person. I think I mentioned this last time I played Dragon Quest III, but it's actually really cool that a lot of the things they're talking about in this part of the game are things you should recognize from Dragon Quest I. And you're starting to realize, oh, they're in this game too, because we actually are in the same place. We are in Tantagel. We are in Alefgard. That's crazy. Eventually can make a shaded piece when got time. And boy, oh boy, does it take some time. All right, so this is the map of Dragon Quest 1. But is it the map of Dragon Quest 2? It's not? Oh, maybe that's how they do it. Maybe that's, like, the thing. So what Dragon Quest 1 does is it's this whole area, right? But then, in Dragon Quest 2, you start in a different country, and then you eventually make your way back to this country, and you realize, oh, the world of Dragon Quest 1 existed in Dragon Quest 2 this whole time. So it's kind of like the first time you play Pokemon Gen 2 and you're like, wait, Kanto's just over there? Kind of like that. That being said, like, it's really funny how Dragon Quest 1 is laid out. Because that's the starting town, right? The one with the quill pointing at it. The final dungeon of the game is right there. Like, I can't zoom in anymore. But, like, the castle is where you start. The final dungeon is right there. The only thing that separates it is this little, like, river. So, I think... Oh, wait, yeah. I think there was a dude here in the town that's just like, hey, take a look at that. That's the evil castle. Boy, I sure hope that nobody ever tries to invade us from the evil castle. It's so far away. That being said, I don't actually know what we're supposed to be doing. It said work out a way to reach Zoma's Citadel. I'm like, I could sail there. I don't think I should be going there right away. Right? See that citadel over yonder? You're just right there. In all my years, I have not yet a single soul who set out to breach his defenses and live to tell the tale. I'm really happy that it is the same, like, final area. But, so what, do I just play this as if it was Dragon Quest 1? I can. It'd be pretty funny if I just fight the monsters outside and it's literally just like level 1 slimes. Alright, what do I want to do? I think just play it as if it was Dragon Quest 1, huh? Walking towards the next town. I recall, I think it's this way? Iron Lance. It is definitely not level 1 slimes. Would have been real funny if it was, though. Where did these statue guys come from? How dare you? Stop it. Shibbidi-bidi, shibbidi-bidi, shibbidi-bidi. Oh! Do I not have the somatic staff on Shoma anymore? Maybe I shouldn't be using physical attacks with her. I do. Come on! So anyway, how's everybody doing? You have a good start to your week? A good Monday? I was mentioning this before stream, but just took the weekend to clean my PC because it was dusty as heck. Would have been nice if I had a new graphics card to put in there, but I guess not. The world had other plans. Yo, that being said though, there's some articles coming out that are kind of funny but also kind of sad. Apparently GeForce 5090s and 5080s are getting bricked because apparently the latest driver update actually just destroys the card and makes it unable to be used anymore. Like, it straight up bricks the thing, and it's like, these things cost $1,200, $1,000 to $2,000, and you're telling me a driver can just blow it up. Oh, that is such a blunder if that's in any way widespread. Jesus, Nvidia, is this why you only made so many? That'd be very sad. Late Vance, a nice 4th. Aren't you also now feeling glad that you don't have a super expensive new graphics card? Now that I mentioned that they just blow up. Blows up! Ba-da-ba-da-bup, ba-da-ba-da-bup, ba-da-ba-da-bup. Dun 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 dun. What levels are all my characters? I need to check later. I think my characters are close to learning everything they'll ever need to know. My end goal is that okay, bye. I want Lumpia to go back to being a thief. I want Tapas to go back to being a monster wrangler. And it's it'll be just like the old days. Everyone's reached their true full potential, right? I like the idea. Hooray for being a cheapskate. It's not even being a cheapskate, it's just being luckily unlucky. Dodging a bullet. Ow. Ow. Glad that even if you could afford one, you'd hold off. Oh yeah. Either way, it's nice having a nice clean PC, even if it's not a new PC. What's the enemy's name? The Voodoo Goober? Stop it! Oh, Voodoo Gooder. I think it'd be funnier if he was Goober. Zero, so many want Nvidia over AMD, but Nvidia isn't immune to all the woes. Yeah, that just comes with being top of the line in general. Hold off on updates as much as you can. I mean, you can say that, but it's getting a little long in the tooth for me. It's weird. It's weird because in my mind, oh yeah, I only got this graphics card during COVID. 3080 Ti. It was the most powerful card at the time. At least most powerful for the money. Almost as good as a 3090. And then it's oh wait, this card is 5 years old. That's an entire console generation. If it wasn't for the fact that console generations are long now. Cat! Oops! How's it going? Oops, am I further than you in this game now? I think I am. How's it going, Oops? Can we get a shout out for Oops? I was watching him play some Dragon Quest 3 last night, and I'm wait a minute, I think I'm actually ahead of you. Alright, just pay no attention to anything story related, and then we'll be fine. Blame the clowns. I think that's alright, that makes sense, blaming the clowns. I mean, we can say that a lack of progress is due to the clowns, but we can also say so much more entertainment is attributed to the clowns, right? Yeah, Bellanissima, how's it going? How you doing? Welcome to Dragon Quest. Oh, hold up. There's so many more enemies. I gotta use my most big attacks. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Boom. Blade wants NVIDIA because of encoders. Yeah. NVENC is just crazy good. Like, it's at the point where it doesn't really matter what else your computer is running. Like, the encoder just lets you stream. That being said, I'm troubleshooting some issues with my frames dropping here and there. I think, though, what I just did for this stream has made it better. I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to say that much of anything yet. But it does make me realize something that I should have been doing a long time ago. It's alright, Obes. You'll get there. I'm just happy that I can go back to watching people play Dragon Quest 3 again. Every time a new game comes out, and it's a game that I'm also playing, one of two things happens. Either whoever else is playing besides me beats the game in like 2 days, and I just know I can't watch them. Or they take like 6 months to play it. And I'm like, alright, I can watch all the people that take 6 months, because I will be middle of the road and beat the game in 3 months. Beep 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 beep. I'm just happy that I can take it somewhat easy when it comes to... This was not the right direction. Oops. I can take it somewhat easy when it comes to RPGs right now. Because they aren't coming out, like, every month like they were last year. Make it 9 months. Whoa, an entire baby! Pretty good. Oh, come on. Alright, helicopter. Try to go for as many enemies as I can at once. Beep 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 beep. These enemies are made of rocks, so I will throw rocks at them. See how they like it. Oh, really? That was the one summoned off of backup. I would have assumed it would have died faster. It makes sense. Wouldn't like it if someone threw meat at you. I will always think of the D&D campaign. That is like the only one I have ever DM'd. Where one of the first things that happened in the campaign was the party slays a boar that's like 50 pounds and ends up taking like all of the meat and just carrying it around. It's just like, oh, how much weight can you carry? 100 pounds? All right, why not take all 50 pounds of boar meat? And then it just becomes like anytime somebody is suspicious of a trap, you just take a pound of meat from the bag and throw it. It's like, what if this chest is a mimic? All right, I'm gonna slowly throw a piece of meat at the chest and see if it tries to eat it. Or like throw the meat onto a suspicious tile on the floor and see if it triggers a trap. Like, whatever, man. I got 50 pounds of meat. What's 1 pound gone? Da, da, da. Yep, the 5090 and 5080 just came out. So, technically, these issues are early adoption, but it remains to be seen. Just because the stock amount is so low, it's hard to tell if these are, like... Are these the outlier because they're early and only affecting some people? Or is it a bad sign because this low amount still represents a significant part of the portion of the stock that is out there, and it's just hard to know without a lot more without more sample data.
Take this.
So you know, if more stock comes in, I'm still going to try. I'm still gonna try to get it. So far, what's going on with those? With those cars is just like, apparently, if you don't update your drivers and you use a PCI 4 computer, like, you probably won't have problems. But you know, it still remains to be seen. Thank you for the hydrate. How's it going, Calamity Kaiju? How's life? How's the universe? You figure out what you're gonna play next after your Donkey Kong's countries. Water. Pretty good. You play everything, all of the above. Okay, play every Yakuza game all at once, simultaneously with the same controller, on the same computer. If you need more data, NVIDIA should send you cards. You'll test them. Yeah, I'll test them too. I'll gladly be a test subject. Companies that want to make a killing first before quality control on the hardware. That's the thing. A lot of the greed from NVIDIA right now stems from the fact that they don't have any real competition in the high-end space. Like, AMD has their high-end cards, but they're only as good as like a 4070. From last time I checked benchmarks. I could be wrong. I haven't really looked at those that closely. Was this Poison? Is this Poison? How's the Dairy Queen? Pretty royal. Pretty dairy. Gotta take a lactose pill because I'm lactose intolerant. AMD always catching up. That's the problem. It's like people are like, why doesn't AMD like continue to try to compete against like the 5090? But it's just like every time they do, they just don't have what it takes apparently. Like I don't know what dark magician girl attack NVIDIA has that they are able to make these graphics cards even better. But like you can really tell that they kind of half-assed the 5090 and the 5080. Like it's only like a 20-something% increase, where usually a generation gap is like 30-40+%. It's because they know they don't have competition, and they price things so high because they know they don't have competition. And it seems like stock is so low because they know it'll sell out anyway. And it seems like stock might not be reliable because they know it's gonna sell out anyway. Necklace of Immunity. 7900 XTX, similar to an RTX 4080, doesn't have all the creature comforts. Even besides the power level difference, the reason I usually go with NVIDIA is because of the little, like, special features that they add. That, to me, made it worth it, but understandably wouldn't always be worth it to everybody. Like, even back in the 1080 Ti days, like, back when G-Sync was first being a thing. Like, yeah, I want monitors that can dynamically, like, avoid screen tearing. That's only what I've ever wanted from video game consoles forever. Man, Boulder Toss is such a powerful move. Dark Magician Girl attack. Not so fast, Kaiba. Got a 7900? Heck yeah. There was a time Intel was better than AMD in desktop market. Now look what happened to Raptor Lake. It is a weird situation. Weird situation indeed. I'm hoping I find a town at some point. Oh, heck, I can't make it to that tree. Yeah. It just goes to show that whenever you want to build a PC or upgrade, like, there is no such thing as loyalty. It really is whatever company ended up making the better product at the time. It's also a weird situation, because, like... Oh, hold on, I gotta heal. Because, like, you don't totally need... the most powerful graphics card right now.
Full heal.
That, okay. Cool, thank you for healing somebody else, Manok, but you healed the person who was at the most health. That did not help. Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Do I have Kazing yet? I don't. Huh. Okay. I still don't understand what they were thinking, giving the main character that voice. He's supposed to sound like a hero. Now he just sounds like a nerd. Okay. He sounds like a cheerleader. Okay, let's go. It's up to you. 5 points if you can figure out where that's from. This remake seems really nice. It's got like the more like interviews come out from Yuji Horii about this game, the more like glad I am that they understand what makes this game what it is. And I don't mean to bring in the discussion about like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but that is like the most clear comparison to like what is the difference between a remake that's faithful and a remake that just tries to make a new game that happens to have the same story. There are good ways to do it, and there are not as good ways to do it. And I think the inherent problem with making remakes like that is that it's very subjective. And that can be a good or a bad thing. Like, if it doesn't replace the original game, that means you can have 2 good games. But if it ends up not being a good game, then you just have an original game that's old and a new game that looks pretty but may not be as good. Now do Final Fantasy VI. Now do Chrono Trigger in this style. That being said, I would rather have Final Fantasy VI in this style first. As someone who absolutely loves Chrono Trigger, I think Chrono Trigger is a game that, like, is already perfect. So it does make me curious, like, does Final Fantasy VI need this treatment more? Anybody in the chat who's played Final Fantasy VI, would you consider Final Fantasy VI to be a timeless game? Or would you admit there's, like, things that could be made better with a remake like this? I'm just saying. And when I say admit, I mean, like, I don't mean to say, like, there's problems you must admit. Don't lie. I just mean, like, I don't know. As someone who hasn't played it, I can't say anything. Square doesn't know what a chrono is. A lot of Square Enix's games are in this weird place where they're not easily available, but they are, but they're not. Like, people can play them on things that they own, but they're not in forms that people would consider good or definitive. So a lot of gamers don't consider them to exist at all. To varying degrees. Like, Chrono Trigger got ported to mobile at a point, and it was a weird port that had, like, compatibility and UI issues, I believe. and it had like an always online connection, even though it's a single player game. And then that's the version that they ended up porting to PC. And when it was first released, I can understand if people were like, oh, this port sucks, it's all weird and blurry. But now they updated it as a decent version of the game. So I would consider Chrono Trigger to be available and playable. So that's why I don't think it really needs a remake. And then you got the pixel remasters with Final Fantasy. Kaiju, weren't you talking about this on your stream yesterday? The pixel remasters are like, it's cool that they're available, but they're very bare bones in terms of features, so they're not the definitive versions. It's like, if that's the only way you have to play those games, then like they're not bad. Like, you get the full story and it's playable and it's prettier, you know, subjectively, arguably. Some people think that it's not as pretty as the OG games. Well, the problem ended up being that they kind of homogenized the art style among all the Final Fantasies. So, like, even though Final Fantasy 1 is prettier, Final Fantasy 6 is less stylistic. So then people have a bunch of mods to make Final Fantasy 6 prettier. And then not even to talk about the whole font thing that happened. It's weird. Anyway, I walked all the way over here and I thought there'd be a town. It was not. I'm an idiot. Wait, oh. Are all those X's like... Are all those X's like towns? Am I a fool? Ted Woolsey was conspicuously silent. What's Ted Woolsey even doing these days? I assume he just, you know, he's just retired and he's just like, hey, if Square doesn't ask me to do things, I'm like, whatever. I did my job back in the day. You know, I had to get creative with the writing because text didn't fit in the memory spaces, so it's like, if people like Spoony Bard, then people like Spoony Bard. I'm gonna use holy water at this point. Yeah, interesting. Interesting now that Lumpia is in the front of the party. Now the game has conjured me images of Lumpia rubbing herself down. With water. With water. With water. With water. You know what? I'm just gonna do this because I know I've played Dragon Quest 1. I'm gonna try and see if like where the towns are in Dragon Quest 1. Because I'm like, I don't want to go too many places without like actual destinations. The map is a little bit different. Oh, this used to be this is connected in Dragon Quest 1, but now it's a little... It's not. So there is a town there. There is a town here in Dragon Quest 1, but knowing the plot of Dragon Quest 1, I'm like, it does make sense that there isn't a town there. I'm still gonna go to this top left area just to see. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. To me. To me, as someone who's played Dragon Quest 1. Water. Water. What are you waiting for? Wonderful. Any case, if I ever stream Final Fantasy VI, I probably will either play the Game Boy Advance version or try to find a way to get that PC version that used to be on Steam that is based on the Game Boy Advance version. Because it has, like, extra dungeon, apparently. And if I can't do that, then I will probably try to... I will probably try to play the Pixel Remaster with a bunch of mods and make it prettier. Probably. I'll try. Bitty bitty beep, bitty bitty beep, bitty bitty beep. Bitty bitty beep, bitty bitty beep, bitty bitty beep. Ooh, wow. How much damage does this do? Not that much. Boulder Toss actually was better. Anyway, Final Fantasy. Oh, the reason I bring up interviews, because there was an interview where Yuji Horii was like, we considered making an actual 3D remake of Dragon Quest III, but it would just change the feeling too much. I do wonder how much of that was like a direct translation versus like maybe just the feeling that he had. Ooh, there's a cave over here. But like, I get it though. A game like Dragon Quest III has to evoke the feelings of the original game. The Talon-Tear Tunnel? Huh. That's not what this is called in the OG Dragon Quest 1. Okay, I just wanted to go inside to mark that as a zoom location. I need to find an actual town so I can rest at an inn. I am running an MP. Holy bars, don't you know that there's stairs there? Oh yeah, the TTT. The Tilted Towers Tarneko Taloon. Blah 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 blah. Whenever I see TTT, I just think of the Gary's Mod game mode Trouble in Terrorist Town, where it's kind of like Among Us, but also like Werewolf. Just one of those games where like there's a hidden identity, and depending on how you play the game, it becomes obvious what you really are. Wizard's Robe. Is that better? Can you not wear the Wizard's Robe? Actually? Conjurer's Clothes of Old. That doesn't sound very good. Nobody can even wear it. Oh, not Patfoot. Alright, there's an ad starting. I guess I could snooze it. Let's snooze it. Only because I was finishing a thought that I have now forgotten. So now I can't finish that thought. Alright, no more treasures. I'm gonna make it to that town and then I'm not gonna take a break, but I am gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do. Nothing. Oh yeah, there's a little town over there. Look at that. There's a little house. I'll take it. I'll take it. I need an inn. The Turbo Ted Woolsey train. The W is silent. Wouldn't that just make it an O? Galen's house. Okay, I like that. Galen's house. This is a town called Galenholm in Dragon Quest 1. Now it's just, but before it was Galenholm, it was just Galen's home, which I am now going to ransack. Alas, though he is my son, Galen is a great child unto me. Many moons since he did quit this his family homestead and journey forth, head empty, heart full, and a song upon his lips. Thou seekest the lyre of ire, stranger. Then seek thee my son Galen. With him thou shalt find it, if I be not mistaken. The lyre of ire, no. It's such a dumb item, but I love it. In Dragon Quest 1, it's just a harp that when you play it, it just summons an encounter. It just summons an enemy. It's good for grinding because you just make enemies come to you without walking around. But other than that, like, why would you want an item that just summons a fight? The liar of ire. I guess I can't rest here. There's no inn. Oh, there's a shell. Sniffs my scent. Oh, this is. I hate these ones. Because it means I need to be musky. Ew. Alright, let's use one of those. I swear, the moment that Tapas goes to level 40 whatever and gets Disruptive Wave, I am putting him back to Monster Wrangler. Uzi! Why is Galen's home so burglarable? I mean, the real question is, why am I such an asshole? The world may never know. One more treasure. Where is it? Liar, liar, plants for hire. It's pants on fire. Well, you would know. Where? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? This area is actually pretty big. Oh, there. A dazzle me not. Wow. Well, whoever this Galen is, I'm glad that I visited his home. If only this was a big old town named Galen's home. Okie dokie, back to Tentacle I go. Pretty nice. It does make me realize how empty the map of Dragon Quest 1 was. It's gonna be real weird for the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remakes, unless they change things up significantly, which I don't think they would if this remake was so accurate, right? It's just gonna be weird, because those games are so basic compared to Dragon Quest 3. I think Dragon Quest 2, I think once the remake of that comes out, there is potential for that to be a non-zero amount of people's new favorite Dragon Quest. Like, I legitimately think that game could be great if it wasn't for the ending. The ending of Dragon Quest 2, not even like the story ending, like just like the last part of the game is so ass. Ball Guy the Robin, I missed the cellar entrance outside the house. Oh. Wait, let me just go back to that real quick. Thank you. If I remembered more about Dragon Quest 1, I probably would remember that. Also, there's an ad, sorry. It is starting soon. Oh yeah, it's right there. Oh, I need to go inside the house for that one. ¿Dónde está el baño? Apparently right out there. Ooh, what's that? Oh, what? That's the liar. Look at that, it's the liar of ire. Wait, he said that Galen had it. Did he not? Okay. Will it work if I play it right now? It'd be really funny. The not so dulcet tones can cause monsters to appear, but nothing happens. Probably have to use it outside. It's a spike steel whip. Nice. Is that a decent weapon? Probably not. A liar, liar. What kind of basement is this? It's the powder room. Da 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 da. Nothing left here. Man, I just assumed there'd be a whole, like, side quest with Galen. And I get to, like, meet him and he joined my party or something. Apparently not. Wonderful. Galen's dad was a liar. I'm just saving again because just to make sure I have that. Okie dokie. Cool. Let's start our journey, I suppose. I apologize that not much has happened story-wise on stream yet, but it happens. There is something I want to say about me missing... Oh, look, there are slimes and she slimes. There's something I want to say about me missing that basement, but I'll hold it until the ad is over. Oh, I also need to head back to the, I almost called it by its old name. I need to go to the TTT and actually explore that dungeon. I just want to find another town first. I feel like that's more interesting. Ooh, the Craggy Cave. Pretty good. All right, give me the deets. How many treasures? 4. Ah, Colonel. I'm trying to sneak around. Bum 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 bum. I'll tell you what I don't miss from Dragon Quest 1. I don't miss this dungeon design. Ooh, it really does. It really does remind you how dungeons used to be in Dragon Quest 1. Alright, now that the ad is over, I was gonna mention, like... I missed that cellar because I wasn't even looking at the actual... like, graphics of the world. I was just looking for treasures. That's dangerous. It's a pro and con about having nose for treasure and snoop. It's like, oh, the only thing around here is treasure, so let me just look for all the treasure, then I can leave. And I just miss totally obvious things on the map. I really need to be looking at the actual, like, map instead of just looking for treasure. I think part of it is just, like, because I expect these games to be kind of simple. Because they were on the NES. Ooh. Heck yeah. One more monster for me. I'm strong. This room is isolated. Anything in here? But yeah. Okay, what I wanted to say about this dungeon. I see that now that we're in Dragon Quest 1 land, it's just like, it's all the original dungeons, and that's funny. That's funny. I like that. Not funny, but like, it's cool. But also, you can tell that this was early days for RPG design. Oh, you can tell it's early days, because it's just like a bunch of corridors and stairs. It doesn't feel like a cohesive cave. The monster's still active, heck yeah! 2 monsters for the price of 1. Wonderful! Couldn't even cast spells if I wanted to. Ooh. Ooh, there is something over there. Da da da. Oh, thank you. Who threw Yangus at me? Oh, blimey. How's it going, Miku? You doing good? I have so many Moonward probes, it's not even funny. Not me? Oh, okay. Must have been someone else. Must have been the wind. Clean your apartment, make chicken tacos. Ooh, nobody I know, right? That's pretty cool. I wish I had time to clean my apartment. I do. I'm just lazy. Wonderful. But in all seriousness, it is nostalgic to be in an actual Dragon Quest I dungeon. It's just wild to know that this area is something else in Dragon Quest I. And it's just like, oh, do I consider this like... Do I consider it like... Do I give it the design like a little bit of a pass because I know it's just the exact same map from 1? Or am I like, does it feel like it's recontextualized? I think I'm okay with it. And it really helps. Did I just get some kind of bracer? Spirit bracer. I had a bunch of those already. Father's birthday pic came out nice. Yeah, I was showing it off a little bit earlier. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, dungeon design. What's really nice that you have the map out the get-go, and you know where all the side paths are, so you don't get lost. So it's less like, oh, find the exit, and it's more like, hey, did you find all the treasures? I'm real happy with how that art turned out. I was always meaning to make something, because I heard from a little birdie that Twyla's birthday was in February, and then before I knew it, my entire January was just taken up. No time. Oopa. But I still found the time. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. Oh man. Oh man, this is such a dungeon. Okay, what is the most efficient route here? Go to the right area first, and then circle around the top counterclockwise. Then I can make it to the bottom. Cool. I'm glad. It makes me happy to know that you like it. This is the year. This is the year that I'm trying to, like, improve. Not just art. But I'm just trying to, like, you know, just do more things. Oh, I'm dead. Well, too late. This is not my year. I'm dead. Oh, well. I tried, y'all. I tried my hardest. Oh, show my got silenced. Okay, Staff of Resurrection. You can silence me, but you cannot silence my giant boulders! In the name of the goddess.
In the name of the goddess.
It did not work. In the
name of the goddess.
I actually think all my characters have a resurrection
Return
now.
to us.
I think I gave a staff of resurrection to Tapas. But he's DPS, so you know. The year to do more hobbies. The year to just get more stuff done. We channel this year to be a year of passion and drive. Absolutely. Especially with just all the bad news that seems to be happening this year. I'm just like, this needs to be a year where I inspire people to do more things. Even if it's just inspiring myself to do more things. How much treasure is even on this floor? 4. Bum, 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 bum. What is going on? Nate Hemuth, welcome on in. How's it going, Raiders? Y'all doing good? Can we get a shout out for Nate Hemuth? That was Cult of the Land. If anybody's new here, I'm Chris. I'm a chicken. I like to play RPGs. And this is one of the most classic RPGs in the world, Dragon Quest III. The game that caused over 1 million people to miss school and work on release day in Japan. I don't know if it was over 1 million people. It feels like it. How was Cult of the Land? Did you play with that Twitch integration stuff? I haven't played it myself, but I've seen people play it. It's a fun time. You know, just being part of a cult, getting sacrificed. I heard they added reproduction to that game. Wow. Are you a mimic? Oh, it's real. Mini metal. Wait, what am I doing? I know that's just gonna say 3. Okay. All right. Time to continue the plan. Walking around counterclockwise. Dice rolls. Next week you start hard mode. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. I hope you're doing good. Have you played Dragon Quest before, Nate Hemuth? Are you a fan? I only recently got into the series. I say recently, but that was 2019, so I don't know how recent that is anymore. That's 6 years ago at this point. I still consider it recent. Ever since Yakuza Like a Dragon, I'm just like, huh, that Ichiban Kasuga guy really likes Dragon Quest. Maybe he's onto something. Not this one, played other ones before. Ooh, well, if you do ever pick it up, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you make a pretty good party. This specific Dragon Quest, I've always been a little reluctant to pick up. Because I'm like, what I love most about RPGs are the stories and the characters, and like, in this game you make the party, so you kind of have to come up with the story yourself. I mean, not completely true, but it's like, the character development you have to come up with yourself. What an adventure, a grind. What's your favorite Dragon Quest? After I played Yakuza Like a Dragon, I ended up going and playing like Dragon Quest 11 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2. Still need to play, well, I'm playing 3 right now. I still need to play 6, 7, 9. And 10, of course, is only available in Japan. I played 8. I played 8 like 2 years ago now. 8 is freaking great. I still think Dragon Quest 4 might actually be my favorite. I know it's not a lot of people's favorite, but I'll tell you, 8 and 11 are very, very close behind. 8 was the one you put most time into. Oh yeah, 8 is fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, I was talking about this earlier, but it's like, we deserve a, like, remake or at least a better port of 8. Because it kind of sucks that it's just on the 3DS right now. Like, it was a decent enough version. It was a great version. But, like, 3DS is not accessible anymore, and that's sad. Because that game is fantastic. Come on, boom.
Take this.
Maybe maybe a Switch 2 port. I hope. But that's why I stream. I want to make these games more viewable and accessible so that people don't have to, like, break the bank just to get a console that can play it or a computer that can emulate it. What? Oh, okay, there's nothing there then. There's a treasure on the bottom left, but is that the only one? Aren't there like 2 treasures left on this floor? Oops. 2, okay. Gotta be somewhere. And well, come on in. I love 8. And like I was saying, like, the best part of these games are like the character development sometimes. And Yangus is the best boy, but also Jessica is the best girl, but also Red is the best girl. Angelo exists. No, it's just like, it's wild to me that apparently the original Dragon Quest VIII on PS2 didn't have Mori and Red as playable characters. And I'm like, but they fit so well into the dynamic. And they're so important to the story, or at least Red is important to the story. Like, you're telling me they weren't actually originally playable? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, a Dragon Quest game that didn't have a party you could at least switch out some characters feels wrong. And to know the original Dragon Quest VIII didn't let you do that is kind of wild. Yeah, perfect for it. But no, yeah, every time a Dragon Quest game comes out, it ends up being just so unique, and yet carries the spirit of the previous games so well. And even though I've only played this series for a couple of years, like, growing up with games like Chrono Trigger and Earthbound as what I would consider my favorite games of all time, it blows my mind to now realize this later in my life that those games are basically Dragon Quest. Chrono Trigger being written by the same writer and art by the same, of course, Akira Toriyama, rest his soul. It's basically a Dragon Quest game. And then Earthbound being basically like a parody of Dragon Quest with the same battle system that I never realized was a thing. It blows my mind. Yeah, if y'all don't know me, I love RPGs, and anytime there's a new classic RPG I can sink my teeth into, I will enjoy it as much as I can. I'm using Snoop at every corner because I'm just like, there's 2 treasures. Never mind, they're both here. Alright, mimics. Do your worst. Can't fool me. Watch, 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 watch. Oh, I didn't realize Fate is a spell now. Alright, that one's safe. A suit of hate mail. Alright, that's cursed. And a sword of ruin. That's probably also cursed. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. I don't want that. I do need to get back to the entrance of this dungeon. I am actually gonna use evac, and then I'm gonna go back in. Yeah. But welcome on in, everybody. Everyone who's part of the Nate Hemoth raid. Thank you for bringing your lovely community over here, and we're just hanging out today. Just chilling. Normally I have more to say about like a game's story and design, but you know, for better or for worse, this is a very simple game, although it does continue to surprise me with how much they did even back then. I think like areas like Jipang in this game, oh, you know, you haven't played this game yet, so I don't want to say too much. But I can tell, like, so much stuff that I thought, you know, was introduced in Super Nintendo RPGs. Turns out they were just here this whole time. Gotta do some after stream stuff? No problem. Thanks for coming on by, and hope you enjoy the rest of your night. One more treasure. What if I use the Lyre of Ire, like, right now? Imagine it just summons, like, a dragon and kills me. Oh! Oh, no! Ooh, wait a minute, there's a goodie bag. Wait a minute, that was worth it. Yeah. Alright. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo, shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Boom, 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 boom. Oh! Stop it! Oh man! I hate it when one of my party members dies during the turn that we win the battle. Don't even get a chance to heal them. I am really surprised that I don't have Kazing yet. Any day now. Thank you. Oh, I'm just tired, man. Let me rest 5 more minutes, Mom. If I would have to imagine, I would think that the last treasure in this dungeon's on the right side of the map. Oh, wait. I don't like this paralysis and spell fizzle combo. Am I just not allowed to fight? Thank you. Bring me back my spells. I'm used to cast a curse on you. The curse is you heckin' heck. Heck you. The most vulgar curse I know. Doon doon doon. Don't say swears. Oh, goodie bag, goodie bag. I heck at you, Engie. There's not much I can definitively say yet, but I'm also trying to do more collab stuff with other streamers. It's something that I've mostly kind of avoided doing because in the past I would always be afraid that it's like, oh, it's not my usual thing, so I'm gonna deter people. Like the people who normally watch my stream aren't gonna watch because like I can't talk to chat as much as I usually do, or I'm not playing a game I usually play. But I'm starting to get more comfortable with it, like still doing kind of adjacent stuff. Like how I joined for Agent Double Toad 7's first playthrough of Undertale, and I helped do voice acting, because that's what I do. Here we go. Thank you. Prayer ring. I'll put it with the others. Just put it in a giant bag of rings. Even though prayer ring would have been such a nice item in Dragon Quest 1. This is a different basement. I'm gonna assume 2 treasures. 3. 1. A cower ring. 2. A 10-ton toupee. Why is everything in this cave cursed? A goddess ring, that's much better. The good items are just lying on the ground. What does that do? Restores the wearer's MP while they walk. Yes. Yes? Yes, please. Hold up, hold up. You get the goddess ring. Sorry. Meteorite bracer. It would have been... It was nice. It was nice to have a fast character. But it's not what we need. Agility ring. Easy change out to the meteorite bracer. Easy switch. Yes. Alright, we out of here. Antigel. Why not? It's the only main town right now. You fell asleep in the finale, sadly, but you enjoyed it otherwise. I'm sorry the timing was a little bit weirder. It's interesting because the streams went way longer than I usually go. At the same time, oh wait, I don't need to use the inn. Found out there's a dude that just heals me inside the castle. But like, it's easier to go that long because I'm not doing all the dialogue. With collabs like that, it becomes easier to stream. Maybe that's why I should do more of that. Luki Dorago, nice spin. Spin! Spin! Shared effort in the voices. Even though I did the most loud voices, unfortunately. Sans and Papyrus? Oopa. Da-da-dun, 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 dum, beep-do-dee-do-dee-do-dee-do-dee. See, now I just wonder when the remake of 1 and 2 come out, will it just look exactly like this? I do not miss the layout of Tentacle Castle. Why is it so maze-like? Do. Am I finishing up side quests? I mean, I'm just playing the game. What do you mean by finishing up side quests? I'm just playing the game. This is like... I'm not anywhere near the end of the game, I want to say. I'm still like barely past the halfway point, I want to say. Are you asking like, am I doing any plot right now and you don't want to get spoiled? I'm kind of in a spoilery area already, but it's too late for that. Wonderful. Whee! Do. Just checking. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't really think this game has side quests. It's kind of a thing I've been talking about this entire playthrough. Like, you can tell that this is an NES RPG, where like the side quests and the main quests, there's not really an obvious. It's not really obvious what's optional in this game. There are things that are not required to beat the game, but you just do them because there's things you can do, and the game doesn't tell you if it's gonna progress the plot or not. So I think I'm doing side stuff. I'm in dungeons that, like, aren't giving me plot items, so I guess they're side content. Other than that, we're just kind of playing. I think that's one thing that I really like about Dragon Quest 1 and 2 and 3. That, like, it's not obvious that what you're doing is or isn't required, but you still do it. You still do it because you're curious. You don't do it because the game tells you, I need to get 7 boar asses in order to complete this quest. You do it because you're just curious what's there. 2 treasures. These young whippersnappers with their objective pins and quest logs. Whoa, okay, there's some strong enemies down here. Back in my day, you had to read the manual just to know how to play the game. Never mind, these enemies are actually not that strong. Bitty bitty bip, bitty bitty bip, bitty bitty bip, bitty bitty bip, bitty bum boom boom, bitty boom boom, buddy bum boom, bum boulder toss. I love that my characters put so much oomph into their attacks. All my party members are doing relatively normal things, and then Tapas is just out here throwing boulders everywhere. Ice shield? That's a pretty nice shield. It's worse. Alright, well, nice to have it, I suppose. Doom 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 doom. Oh, I can't use Snoop. Uh-oh. Have to manually look for treasure chests. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah. I've just been talking about how now I have a chance to finally play indie games on stream. At least before Pirate and Yakuza Hawaii come out. Last week we started UFO 50, Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I played a little bit of Hello Kitty off stream. I kind of wish I at least took a screenshot because I found Karopi and Karomi and I got the flippers. And I realized, oh, now that I have the flippers, I can go immediately get Agretzko. And that's, you know, the main goal of what I want to do in that game. So I'm going to save that for stream. Yeah, Karopi. Karopi Karibo. I wonder if there's a mod for Hello Kitty Island Adventure that lets you turn the characters into their Yu-Gi-Oh! McDonald's equivalent. Notices me approaching. Dang, I should have used Fade. I'm sorry, is that Orochi? Just hanging out? That would be cool. And then we're gonna start Balatro. Which is, I know, a good game that a lot of people are playing right now. I can't cast spells. Oh, well, that's a problem. How am I supposed to heal? Uh-oh. Alright, I know how I heal. I revive after the fact. Ah! Rocks. Heck.
Return to us.
Thank you. Don't worry, don't worry. This place isn't as threatening as it would appear at first glance. Wonderful.
Return
Oh, I don't like that. Stop yelling at me. You're too dang loud. And I also want to play this cool new game that I think it's just a demo right now. It's called Mindwave. I hear it's like WarioWare. And I do like WarioWare. Stop it. Thank you. That was a fight and a half. Give it a beep boop beep boop. Tap 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 tap. I know there's I know some VTubers, and by I know some VTubers I mean Prismaya Mika Cool Streamer. She started using this model that has this transparent controller in front of her, and it knows what buttons you're pressing on the Xbox controller, egg, and it just shows you. Like, it makes her VTuber model just press the button. And it's really funny because when she's playing in like an RPG or like Animal Crossing, you just see her little VTuber model just furiously tip-tapping on the A button to skip all the dialogue. And it's really funny how, like, just passionately the VTuber model is like hammering that thing while she's just calmly talking like normal. And it just makes me conscious about, like, I am doing that. I am also doing that. I just don't really think about it. There's no Snoop. There's no Snoop Doggy Dog. I have to manually look for treasure chests. What is this? Hate this. I know I already went this path, but I'm like, did I miss something? The game makes me do something myself. They're taking away all my quality of life. You know, I was focusing on the Hocus Pokers because I'm like, oh, they know Kazing, they're gonna revive. Why did they put them in the area that has, like, a no spell zone? That's weird. That is weird design. They can't cast spells anyway. Here it is. Wow. A snooze stick. Good. Good, I like it. Time to heal some more. Eh. 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 Do I have better healing items? Yes. But that's the most cost-effective healing item. Why am I not using Padfoot? I should really use Padfoot. Yeah, that's right. Cast more spells. Try it. Any other indie games anybody find out about that that would probably be a good play? I honestly only found only found out about Mindway because Calamity Kaiju was playing it. I took one look and I'm like, yes, I need to play this. Skibbity beep 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 beep. Holy water. Wish the game was out now. So it is only a demo. Do we know when the release date is, or is it still just TBA? I might hold off on that then, because I haven't dedicated a time to stream it yet. What is this? What is this design? Oh shoot. I just keep forgetting that this is a freaking Dragon Quest 1 map. I hate it. 2 treasures. I'm gonna assume they're just in like treasure chests, because I can't snoop anyway. It's weird, because I know what this dungeon is in Dragon Quest 1. And in Dragon Quest 1, it's technically optional, but also required. Because the only thing you get from this dungeon is information on how to progress. But if you already know the information from like a player's guide, you don't need it. And that was the kind of gameplay reward that Dragon Quest 1 had. And like, it makes sense, but also it's just weird because they didn't expect games to have guides back then, or if they did, it's like, that really changes the way you play the game. Thank you for the hydrate. What really makes it weird is that the game was designed for you to grind while playing the game. Like, it was designed such that you would get strong enough to beat the game by just playing the game. By just, like, not knowing where to go, so you end up fighting a bunch of stuff on the way to figure out where you go. But if you know where everything is, you end up being underleveled. Gimme, open. Thieves' Turban. Man, I opened the menu just when that Padfoot ran out. Can nobody wear the Thieves' Turban? Ugh. This is also a weird part of the game, where it feels like all of my items are now better than what I'm getting from treasure chests. So it just feels like, what person would not have better equipment at this point of the game? What do you think, Calamity Kaiju? Is Mind Wave like better than WarioWare? Is it the best WarioWare you ever played? Or is it maybe just better than the recent WarioWare games? I'm happy that WarioWare games are coming out, but it does feel like they're just not as good as the greatest entries in the series. I think WarioWare Gold just ended up being the best game just by default of having the best micro games and also having the best side content and also just having a lot of content. What is this? Why has it got... It's got a sealed door, but also it's not stopping me from going through it all. Hello? Oh, I'm glad I can just open that door. Go around. Yeah, I think your security system has a couple of flaws. There's no way this is a safe treasure chest. Recovery ring. Oh, never mind. But is it actually a fake? Heals the wearer's wounds while they walk. I want to equip that. Which character is most likely to get wounded? Honestly, you don't... Well... You know, this item would have been a lot better in actual Dragon Quest 1. Now it's just like I have healing spells off the wazoo. Wait. Oh, there it is. But Tapas can't carry anymore. Do 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 do. Blizzard blade. You already have one. Thunderbolt blade. I think it's cooler that I have a blizzard blade and a thunderbolt blade. Gotta diversify the elements. Uh-oh. He's a cat. He's a kitty cat. And he can dance, dance, dance. I can dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. I can dance, dance, dance. I'm a dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. I realize that a mimic in this dungeon is very ineffective. They can't cast anything. Ya fool. Brilliant battler. Awarded for winning 1,000 battles. Wow. Why is this treasure chest all by its lonesome? A hero. Did you see that? Did you see what that shield was? It's not just any shield. Oh, that's not just any shield. An undying symbol of heroism throughout the ages. This thing is fancy. Oh, the hero's the only one that can use it. Oh, I can't evac. I guess I have to leave this dungeon manually. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that a lot. Wait, I can service call. Does it not work? Oh, does it not work in here? There's an ability that I keep not using, that I keep forgetting about. Called service call. Oh. You can summon a shop and or a inn at any time. I don't remember if it also lets you summon like a teleport out. Man. Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna be that easy. Okay. We're hoofing it. Can't I use escape? What do you mean escape? Like an escape rope? I can't cast spells in this dungeon. That's the whole thing about this dungeon. But that also means I can't leave. I actually have to walk through the whole thing. Ugh. This place was a trap. It was worth it though. I got the hero shield. It's the freaking shield. It's the shield that is iconic to Dragon Quest. I have a keychain of that shield. It's the hero shield, but people may know it as Erdrick's shield. We're in Alefgard, baby. Badfoot seems to be working though. Alright, I know the optimum path. Run away! No! Oh good, they run away instead. It's really funny to me when I try to run from a battle, it says the enemy stopped me, and then the enemy just runs away. It's like, you can't run away, I'm running away. Go, 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 go. Meow, meow, meow. Speedy speed boy, gasoline's burning. I'm gonna use service call. A traveling inn appears over the horizon. Welcome to our inn, weary travelers. It's 100 gold for a night. Sure thing. It's such a dumb... Oh my god, it's so funny. I can just sleep in the field. Just a full heal. Just a full heal. Just straight up. I mean, it's not that useful because I can just zoom. But that's so funny. Tantagel. The awkward dance when two people dodge to the same side. trying to escape. Except in both cases, both parties want to kill each other. Wonderful! Oh, I'm getting close. I can feel it. I can feel it. Wonderful. Okie dokie. There's an ad in 7 minutes, and I've used up most of my snoozes. I kind of want to just take a break. Just for the heck of it. This feels like a good little time. And, I just want to take a break for the sake of taking a break, not because of the ad. So, you know, we're gonna do that for real quick. Real quick. 3 minutes. Don't go nowhere. And I will be right back. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Welcome back, y'all. Just had a little ad break. We unanimously decided, and by unanimously, I mean everybody who responded in the chat, agreed that after maybe like half an hour, we're gonna switch to Hello Kitty Highland Adventure. Because I just want to play more of that game, and it's like, I don't feel like it's a game that I necessarily should have to schedule. I'd rather just like play it when I want to, and I kind of just want to. Does that make sense? All that matters is that it makes sense to me. It makes sense, yeah. Don't let anybody say otherwise. You know, I probably should have bought more holy water at Tantago. Oh well. Wah wah wah. Wah 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 wah. Chicken can play with chicken once. I wish that was true, but I don't have time. I'm just gonna be really excited to not have a billion RPGs at once. I swear. I love RPGs, but man, yeah, last year was so much. I'm dead. I'm curious what's gonna happen, like, with Ace Attorney in the next few years. Because it does feel like... Stop that! Stop that! Man!
Return to us.
Return to us. Yuck. Yuck. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? Just from whack?
In the name of the goddess.
You can tell that things are getting desperate when Tapas is the one resurrecting people. I just need to kill at least one of these things. Less thwacking. How much health do these things have? There you go. Stop! Heck! Heck and heck. Oh wait. Oh wait. In the name of the goddess. Oh, okay, bye. Anyway, the coffin. I'll just drag around Lumpia's coffin for a little bit. It's funny. It's really funny when somebody plays Dragon Quest for the first time and doesn't know dead characters are just in the coffin. Just getting dragged around. It's like so morbid. But especially in Dragon Quest 2, where like revival spells are hard to come by. Like you're just gonna carry around people's coffins forever until you get back to town. It is annoying, but there's something about it that makes death in RPGs a lot more impactful. I would hate for more RPGs to follow that example, but I kinda love that Dragon Quest II does that. It's unique, and it really makes like your party feel like it matters. Especially because in that game you only have a 3-character party. It just slides. It's horrifying. Yeah. But yeah, did anybody else pick up Hello Kitty Island Adventure after I played it last week? I'm curious. Yeah, I noticed a bunch of other people also started it over the weekend. I'm surprised that Opes didn't pick it up over the weekend. He's like the most prolific Animal Crossing streamer I know. Don't you dare.
In the name of the goddess.
Ah! Come off it, mate. Zing! We talk about Opes, you know we talking about Opes. He plays so much Animal Crossing, I'm surprised he didn't pick up Hello Kitty. And I totally understand people who don't want to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Because at the end of the day, it is a mobile game that they're charging $40 for. Even though it had a subscription to begin with on mobile, so it's like, technically it's better, but like, I don't want to just use that as a way to justify it. I'm just like, the game actually looks higher quality than I expected. Like, it actually does feel like a Zelda game crossed with Animal Crossing. And I'm like, hey, you know what? That's fun. And it's got marketable plushie characters. And I can turn myself into a marketable bird character. Wild that has subscription. Yeah, it's just like, I can't believe the gall of Sanrio to charge a subscription for a ostensibly single-player game. It has multiplayer, like you can visit other people's towns, but it's like Animal Crossing where you can't really affect anything. You're just there to look at stuff. So it becomes really hard to justify, like, even playing the multiplayer. Although in Island Adventure, like, it doesn't take 5 minutes to load. And also, like, at least the main player can still affect stuff. Unlike Animal Crossing where, like, your island is basically frozen. It becomes like a hindrance to have people over. Like, what do you even do? You fish together, I guess? I mean, you just play web fishing at this point. I feel like Nintendo could have, like, a real advantage with the next Animal Crossing if all it had over New Horizons was just real multiplayer, where it didn't, like, stop you from decorating or doing events or stuff. I feel like that's all it needs. That could be the only gimmick in the new Animal Crossing and people would absolutely love it. To just be able to spend the entire day with somebody else in their town online, and if it disconnects, like, no big deal. Like, it's still, maybe like it keeps everything server side and actually has servers. So even if they get a little bit of lag, it's like they'll just resync with the server later, you know? Bring back mean villagers. That too. Speaking of Prismaya Mika Cool Streamer, she was playing the original Animal Crossing GameCube. I think on an old save file too, which is always fun to see. Oh my god. Oh my god, the desert town is here? Bah! No way! Oh my god, spoilers for Dragon Quest 1, but this town is like destroyed in Dragon Quest 1. So like, I haven't really said it out loud, but so many things happening in the game are pointing to this being the past of Dragon Quest 1. This taking place before. And like, I haven't been hiding it, but I also haven't been mentioning it as much. But like, so many things point to it. Like, this town exists. The Sphere of Light hasn't happened yet. Like, I brought it here, so like, of course it's nighttime in this world. And also, like, Galenholm is Galen's house. Yea, the legends do tell of a realm above our own, a kingdom beyond the heavens, and in it a wondrous sphere of light. Could it be that perchance the sphere's light might bring in our own realm were it to be brought here? Could be. If only I had such a thing. If only. But yeah, now that I feel like Nintendo is slowly remembering that adults play their games. And for a long time, they were very, like, casual and kid-friendly, especially in the Wii era. So, here's to hoping. Maybe they just have an optional, like, mean mode. Oh, it'd be really fun if they made it so, like... Look, no pants. What? Okay, what personality does that give you? Look, no pants. You look, no pants. Makes you a clown, okay. I'm already a clown. Achoo! Achoo! Lo, who don't take my name in vain? Achoo! I mean, okay. You can't just copy in Japanese, was it folk tales? That thing where, like, people are talking about you if you're sneezing. Kaboom, boom, boom. I want you in my... What? Kaboom, boom, boom. I want you in my... What? 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 Just because you're singing pop songs makes you a monster? Oh. I mean, we can still hang out. Mike. Is it because they were singing? I want you in my tomb. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my tomb. You're in the dirt forever, forever in your tomb. It's so surreal seeing this town, like, existing. I'll just say. Do 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 do. The venerable elder in the house next to mine sneezes relentlessly. My wrath waxes hot against him. Oh, are you the one cursing him? It's so wild that Yuji Horii, like, made games with at least this much personality already, with so much limited space. Journey south from this place and continue then east. Once thou reaches the coast, and thou shalt reach mighty Cantlin. Cross the first bridge that greets thee, heading eastwards from there. Though make sure thou dost not do the same with the second bridge. Pay no heed and follow the coast towards the northeast instead. Oh no! Oh no! There's no room in my brain. I must forget things. Forget about Carlos. Nobody cares about Carlos. Sorry, Carlos. Gotta forget all this stuff that's like from the beginning of the game. There we go. Deleted. Now, what's really important is talking to all these horses. They must know the most important information. You know, I half expected to get horse dung, because that's a staple item in Dragon Quest. Maybe this one is it. Give me a cow pie. Give me something. A lump of orichalcum. Why is it here? One of the most valuable metals in the world. It's just sitting in the horse manure pile. Did they eat it? They pooped it out? Is it like Kopi Luwak? Did the horses eat regular rocks and they turned into valuable metal? Are these actually unicorns in disguise? Like I'm saying, like, it's so freaking weird that this game is on the NES. I mean, obviously this version is not, but it's like so much stuff that would have been a big old quest with a story and like tragic characters in other Dragon Quests. And there it's just like, oh yeah, you found orichalcum in a field of horses. Nay. It was hidden in a place most would not dare to look. Nort. Nay. Okay, I'll take it. I suppose. So, like, I think this is a cool game, but you can tell it's old. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, but I would give it a high score. Oh, why am I talking to this guy again? And it's really, like, fascinating how much this game was able to do with the, like, limitations of the technology of its day. But I'm gonna be completely honest. Dragon Quest IV, it is also on the NES or Famicom, both. And yet it does so much more than 3 in a lot of ways. It does some things differently, like it doesn't let you have your own party like 3 does. Like it doesn't make you make it. But still, there's so much with the characters that already exist in that story. And there's so much character development and writing and story that it's like, I forget that Dragon Quest IV is on the NES. Like, that is straight up a Super Nintendo quality and size RPG. And yet it was on the Famicom. I think more people need to give it a chance. Of course, through the DS remake. Though our world be covered in darkness, I have oftentimes seen a bright sparkling in yonder meadow. It danceth among the undergrowth where the horses do prance and caper. Hello? Alas, the water ebbeth lower by the day. I fear this town is not long for the world. 'Twas e'er a struggle repelling the beasts of the desert, but what hope have we against thirst? This is the only water in this entire town. No wonder. The interesting thing with this town is that in Dragon Quest 1, you do hear that people fled this town safely. So the town got ransacked, but like, at least people didn't like all die during the raid. Is this an elf lady? I know a secret. I know a secret. The food is buried just south of the bathing call. Oops, hee hee. Well, good to know. Secret no more. If the wandering minstrel Galen dost thou seek, thou must journey due eastward towards fair Cantlin's keep. Shal-da-dal-hal-da-dal-dee. Well, feel bad for whoever's property this is. They can't even enter their own house. I wonder if I'm the only one that can see that elf. Because maybe it's like Dragon Quest V, where there's fairies and sorry, she's a fairy. There's fairies and only those pure of heart can see them. And they do this cool thing where like, I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but I already streamed Dragon Quest V. They do this thing where like, later in your life, you come back to the fairies and you can't see them anymore. I'm going to sneeze. I'm at the point in my life where every sneeze has to be accompanied by just like a pause. Because I sneeze so hard that I'm like, I think I just like reset myself. Just hard reboot. Welcome to our end. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. The sneeze reset. And like, I don't need to. It's not like I just like... It's not like it hurts me or anything. It's just like, I just need a moment. To just remember who I am and where I am. Like, achoo, what's up, what? So shooketh. A pair of rabbit ears? Oh yeah. I can be a cat and a rabbit. I can be a crabbit. Or a rat. I don't want to be a rat. I am Lena, who once danced most successfully in the town of Asham. Oh, you are from the overworld. But a customer driven wild with love for me that I did not return hounded me until I had no choice but to leave. Oh, I wonder if the proprietor of the establishment where I once danced as well. Should you ever meet him, please, you must let him know that I'm safe. You know, I could just... If you join me, we could zoom back to Asham. A cabbit. Sounds like a vegetable. Like a carrot. Here in the place are sold weapons and armor. Unfortunately, we are closed for now. I am much too occupied with the naming of my next born to do business. I'll be Melech, Magog. No. What manner of name wouldst thou favor, traveler? Of course, I don't actually get to name their child. Is that your wife over there in the bed? It's a dummy! Lo, a child is to be born unto me, but he who hath begat this child is yet troubled in the manner of its naming. Such indecision befitteth him not. He hath even been asking those who visit the shop their opinions. I will certainly never forget the vexed look that adorned Ortega's great face when he was too consulted on the matter. Well, Ortega, if only he remembered what my name was. Oh, I wish I had a son. He's only picking demon names. Hey, demon names are cool, though. Befitteth. That is such a weird word to say, befitteth. I feel like it's missing, like, consonants. Befitteth. You're despicable. Befitteth. It doesn't sound right anymore. Ooh. Don't mind me stealing from this newly bechilded couple. Demon days, my beloved. But these demon days are bumpy down, but down, down, but down. It does a bit down, and we breathe down, down, down. I never remember the lyrics to that song. Beefy Titfit? What? Fitbit. I'm glad that I found a copy of Demon Days in, like, a thrift store. Because I feel like you're not going to find good CDs at Goodwills or other thrift stores anymore. Thrift, befitteth. Okay, befitteth now sounds good again. I don't know what was going on with it earlier. I wander the world in search of orichalcum, and yea, though I was told I might find it here, I see it not. Oh, good luck with that, dude. I certainly don't have any. I know that, you know, Demon Days is probably a really easy album to get. They're probably still printing it, but, like, I like the idea that the album I bought from Goodwill, like, was, if not original, at least from the mid-2000s. It's like, why buy it new from, like, a record label that has been profiting from it for decades? when I could just buy a well-loved copy and love it some more. Ooh, these claws seem pretty good. Power shield. Heal an ally's wounds when used as an items? Excuse me? It's 32,000 gold! This shit's so expensive, man. It's so expensive, man! Scandalous swimsuit. For those who think the fun of the fight is in strutting their stuff. I mean, it's funny, but why is it so expensive and also not good? Does it do something? Does it at least change my character's sprite into something nice? I'm not gonna buy anything, but it's good to know that this is a decent shop. Sleepy times. Have a good night, Squidgy. Hope you have good times, and if I switch to Hello Kitty, then hope you don't miss too much. The humble desert town of Damdara doth bid thee welcome, wanderer. Damdara. Samsara? Samsara D. Lotus? Monkey D. Luffy? One Piece. Okay, that's a church over there. Ne'er till the Lord of the Underworld dieth dead shall dawn break over this land once more. Okay. Alright, we got all the treasure. There's just an item shop. And I think that's it for this town. Necklace of Immunity. Okay. I'm literally, like, just looking for items that I don't have a bunch of already. Daredevil. Just holy waters, I think. Maybe just, like, 11 of those. Cool. Alright. Well, I feel like I've had enough tongue twisters for the night, so I'm gonna call it here for Dragon Quest. Save, and maybe the next time I play, I'll just grind a little bit more or find the next town. It's fascinating, because we are in the land of Dragon Quest 1, and it very much is, like, as Barrett. See, now that I'm spoiled by the overworld of Dragon Quest 3, it feels weird to go back to the world of 1, because you can tell it's less populated, there's less story, and it's really cool to be here again, but at the same time, like, it's like, I've been expecting so much from Dragon Quest 3, I thought there'd be more, like, stuff. I thought they'd, like, add towns that, like, are implied to be destroyed, or they add story events, but, you know, it's still fun being here, though. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just like, what an interesting design. Either way, I love Dragon Quest. Don't get that wrong. Don't get that twisted. We're gonna take a quick half break. Actually, I don't even need to take a break. I just need to start playing Hello Kitty, huh? All right, we're gonna switch games, and then I guess if I take 3 minutes to do that, I might as well take a break. We're gonna take an ad break just because we're gonna take a break anyway. But Dragon Quest, it'll return Wednesday. I don't stream on Tuesdays. I just, you know, forgot it wasn't Tuesday already. Okay? Okay. Alright. We'll be right back. I'll start an ad break and don't go nowhere. Oh yeah. Bye-bye. And if you're going to sleep, or if you're watching the end of the VOD, have a good night.